Ever wondered what makes some people age full of energy while others decline fast after 65? The truth might surprise you. While most folks your age are already losing key abilities, a rare few keep incredible skills that predict not just independence, but a much longer life. Are you curious yet? What if I told you there are 7 specific abilities that, if you can still do them between 65 and 80, put you in a super rare group of aging that doctors hardly ever see? Today, I'm revealing these powerful signs that show you're aging amazingly and could add 10 years or more to your life. Let me tell you about Howard, a 78-year-old retired engineer who shocked his doctor at a routine checkup. After running a few tests, the doctor looked up from his charts and said, "Howard, based on these results, your physical and cognitive function is like someone in their early 60s. Howard was stunned. He didn't do anything special, just his usual daily routine. But what he didn't realize was that his everyday habits were keeping abilities most of his friends had already lost. And these weren't just cool skills. They were strong signs Howard could outlive his friends by 10 or even 15 years. Today, I'm sharing the exact 7 abilities so you can check where you stand. Ready to find out if you're aging exceptionally? Before we start, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and tap the bell. If you like this topic, comment 1 below. If not, leave a 0 so I can improve. Let's see how exceptional you are. Here we go. Sign 1. Stand up from a chair without using your hands. Are you aging exceptionally? Can you stand up from a chair without using your hands to push off? Sounds simple, but are you shocked to hear this is a powerful sign of how long you'll live? This is the first of the 7 abilities I want to talk about. And if you can do it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Most people don't know that by age 70, nearly 60% of adults can't do this basic move without help. Researchers at the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that this one action is so important, it's now used as a key tool to predict lifespan. Dr. Sarah Matthews, the lead researcher, explains, being able to stand from a chair without your hands shows amazing lower body strength, balance, and muscle coordination. 3 things that directly predict how long you'll live and stay independent as you age. Want to test yourself right now? Let me tell you about Deborah, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. At her monthly book club, she noticed something odd. She was the only one who could get up from the sofa without pushing off with her hands or asking for help. She told me, "I didn't think much of it. I just assumed everyone could do this." But Deborah didn't realize this ability meant she'd kept crucial muscle mass and balance her friends had lost years ago. Guess what? 6 months later, 2 of her friends had falls that landed them in the hospital, while Deborah stayed active and independent. Want to try it right now? Sit in a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up without leaning forward too much or using your hands. Can you do it smoothly? If yes, congrats. You've got a rare ability that puts you in an elite group of aging. If it was tough, don't worry. You can improve starting today. Practice 5 chair stands every morning before breakfast without using your hands. Start with just 1 if that's all you can do, and build up slowly. Do this daily, and in just 3 weeks, you'll see a big difference. Don't wait until you've lost this skill completely. Start now to keep your muscles strong. Your future independence depends on it. If this tip helps, comment 1 below to let me know you're with me. Sign 2. Have a conversation while walking, an amazing skill that protects your brain and heart. When you're walking with someone, can you keep a conversation going without stopping, slowing down, or getting out of breath? If you can, are you surprised to learn this is a special ability most folks your age have already lost? This is the second of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you've still got it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Have you noticed some people your age have to stop walking when they start talking? That's not just a preference, it's a warning sign. Neurologists at the Mayo Clinic found that what they call dual task capacity, being able to walk and talk at the same time, is one of the strongest signs of brain health and a longer life. Dr. James Wilson, director of geriatric neurology, says, walking and talking at the same time takes great oxygen use, blood flow to the brain, and nerve coordination. When these systems start to fail, walking while talking is one of the first things that gets tough. Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Gerald, a 76-year-old retired accountant who often walked with his neighborhood friends. Over time, he noticed his friends would either slow to a near stop when making a point or stay quiet and only talk when they paused. But Gerald was different. He could keep his normal walking pace while chatting about complex topics. Guess what? 3 years later, two of Gerald's walking buddies had strokes, while he stayed vibrant and active. His doctor explained that Gerald's ability to walk and talk at the same time was a clear sign of amazing brain health and circulation all along. Want to try it out today? On your next walk, keep your usual pace while reciting a poem, singing a song, or even counting backward from 100. If it's hard, start with just 30 seconds of walking while talking, then build up over time. This isn't just a fun exercise, it's brain training that could save your life. Start today because every day you wait, those nerve connections get harder to keep or rebuild. If this tip helps, comment 2 below to let me know you're with me. If you think walking while talking can protect your brain and heart, try 30 seconds today. What do you think of this tip? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the bell for more great tips. Let's age exceptionally together. On to the next ability. Sign 3. Balance on one foot for 10 seconds, a special skill to avoid falls and live longer. Can you stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds without holding on to anything? Sounds simple, but are you shocked to learn this ability is a powerful sign of your mortality risk? This is the third of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you can do it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Try it right now. A groundbreaking study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed over 1,700 adults and found something incredible. Lead researcher Dr. Claudio Gil Suarez says, people who couldn't balance on one leg for 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of death in the next 10 years compared to those who could do the simple test. This balance test was even more accurate at predicting death risk than age, gender, or health conditions. Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Alice, a 74-year-old who regularly practiced balance exercises since retiring. At a family gathering, her sister Irene laughed when Alice showed off her ability to stand on one foot. "That's silly," Irene said. "Why would anyone need to do that at our age?" Guess what? Just 3 months later, Irene had a bad fall that fractured her hip, leading to complications that affected her independence for years. Meanwhile, Alice kept living actively, traveling, and enjoying life without worrying about falling. See, just a small ability Alice held on to made a huge difference. Want to try it right now? Stand near a counter or sturdy chair for safety, then lift one foot slightly off the ground and time how long you can balance. If you can do 10 seconds, congrats. You've got a special ability that shows amazing health. If you can't, don't worry. You can improve starting today. Practice balancing on one foot for just 5 seconds, 3 times per leg each day. As you get better, increase to 10 seconds, then 15 seconds. Do this while brushing your teeth or waiting for your coffee to brew. Perfect times to add this life-saving habit. Don't wait for a fall to realize how important balance is. Start today. Even if you can only manage a few seconds, your future self will thank you for staying steady, confident, and fall-free while your friends struggle with mobility. If this tip helps, comment 3 below to let me know you're with me. Sign 4. Remember names and recent events clearly. Good memory helps you live longer. Can you clearly recall the names of people you've recently met? Do you remember details from conversations you had last week without struggling? If you can, are you surprised to learn this cognitive skill is quickly disappearing among your peers? This is the 4th of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you've still got it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School found that being able to remember names and recent events after 65 shows your neural networks are amazingly well preserved. Dr. Emily Carson explains, contrary to popular belief, major memory decline isn't normal aging. Older adults who keep strong recall, especially for names and recent events, have better brain connections, which directly ties to living longer and lowering dementia risk. Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Walter, a 75-year-old who amazed his family at a birthday party. He not only remembered everyone's names, but also details from conversations they'd had months earlier. His son joked, "Dad's got a better memory than I do." But his family didn't realize Walter's great memory wasn't just impressive. It was a powerful sign his brain was aging much slower than his peers. Recent studies show people who keep this kind of memory after 65 have a 47% lower risk of dementia and often live 7 to 10 years longer than those with typical age-related memory decline. See, just a small ability Walter held on to made a huge difference. Want to improve your memory starting today? When you meet someone new, repeat their name right away in conversation and note one distinct feature about them. Before bed each night, review the names and details of people you met that day. If your memory's been a bit shaky, start with just one name a day and build up. The key is consistency. In just a few weeks, you'll see a big improvement. Don't accept memory decline as inevitable. The exceptional few who keep sharp recall into their 70s and 80s aren't just lucky. They're protecting a key sign of a long, independent life. Want to join this exceptional group? Start today. If this tip helps, comment 4 below to let me know you're with me. Sign 5. Sleep soundly and wake refreshed. Good sleep helps you live longer. Do you sleep through the night consistently and wake up feeling truly refreshed? If you do, are you surprised to learn this is a physical advantage that's getting rarer after 65, and it could add years to your life? This is the 5th of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you've still got it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up a bunch of times, or did you have a deep, restorative sleep? Sleep researchers at Stanford University Center for Sleep Sciences say good sleep gets harder to come by as we age, but it's one of the strongest signs of a longer life. Dr. Richard Thompson says, "Our research shows adults over 65 who keep efficient sleep cycles have lower inflammation, better brain function, and a 32% lower risk of heart issues compared to those with broken sleep patterns." Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Diana, a 77-year-old who always prioritized sleep hygiene her whole life. While her friends increasingly relied on sleep meds and still complained about feeling tired, Diana kept her natural sleep patterns and woke up full of energy. She didn't know this ability put her in an exceptional aging group. Her doctor later explained her sleep efficiency was like someone 20 years younger, a factor that kept her remarkably healthy while her friends developed chronic conditions. See, just good sleep that Diana held on to made a huge difference. Want to improve your sleep starting tonight? Set a consistent sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid phones or screens at least 1 hour before bed, since blue light messes with melatonin production. Keep your bedroom cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and completely dark. If you wake up at night, don't check the time. It just makes you anxious and harder to fall back asleep. Most importantly, if you're using sleep meds, talk to your doctor about slowly switching to natural sleep. Research shows natural sleep gives way more protective benefits. Don't underestimate the power of good sleep. It's not just about feeling good. It helps your body repair cell damage, clear brain toxins, and balance key hormones. Want to join the exceptional group who sleep well to live longer? Start tonight. If this tip helps, comment 5 below to let me know you're with me. Sign 6. Hold a meaningful conversation without dominating it. Good communication keeps you connected and living longer. Have you noticed some folks your age tend to dominate conversations or repeat the same stories without realizing it? Can you still have a balanced conversation, listening as much as you talk, without taking over? If you can, are you surprised to learn this rare social skill shows your brain function is still amazing after 65? This is the 6th of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you've still got it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Social neuroscientists at UCLA found that conversational balance, the ability to listen carefully and respond without monologuing, shows your prefrontal cortex is working incredibly well in older age. Dr. Amanda Sutton explains, the prefrontal cortex, which controls social awareness and self-control, usually declines a lot with age. Older adults who keep conversational balance after 65 show amazing preservation of executive function, which directly ties to living longer and better cognitive health. Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Victor, an 81-year-old whose friends and family genuinely love talking to him. While many of his peers were getting more isolated, Victor kept meaningful relationships because conversations with him felt balanced and engaging. He asked questions, listened carefully, and shared thoughtfully without taking over. He didn't know this social skill wasn't just making him great company, it was showing incredible brain preservation that predicted a longer life. See, just a small communication skill Victor held on to made a huge difference. Want to improve this skill starting today? In your next conversation, pay attention to how much you're talking versus listening. Aim to ask at least 2 questions for every story you share. Practice active listening by briefly summing up what the other person said before adding your thoughts. If you notice you've been talking for over a minute without interaction, pause and let the other person jump in. This isn't just good manners, it's brain training that strengthens neural networks key for cognitive longevity. Don't underestimate how special this ability is. By age 75, most adults show a big decline in conversational balance. If you've still got this skill, you're showing incredible brain preservation. If you've noticed some decline, start practicing today. These neural pathways can get stronger at any age, but the sooner you start, the better your results will be. If this tip helps, comment 6 below to let me know you're with me. Sign 7. Adapt to technology without resistance. Being open to learning keeps you independent and living longer. Do you learn and adapt to new technology without getting too frustrated or refusing to try? Can you use a smartphone, handle basic apps, or pick up new digital tools when you need to? If you can, are you surprised to learn this cognitive flexibility is getting rarer after 65, and it's directly tied to how long you'll live? This is the last of the 7 abilities I want to share. And if you've still got it, you're in an exceptional group of aging. Research from MIT's Age Lab shows that being willing and able to adapt to tech changes is one of the strongest signs of independence and cognitive health as you age. Dr. Joseph Coughlin, the lab's director, says, "We've found that seniors who can adapt to new tech show amazing neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections. This adaptability doesn't just make life easier, it predicts longer independence and a much lower risk of cognitive decline." Want to check yourself? Let me tell you about Emily, a 76-year-old who embraced smartphones and digital tools while many of her friends refused to learn, saying they were too old or it was too complicated. When the pandemic hit, Emily easily switched to video calls, online shopping, and digital health management. But her tech-resistant friends became more isolated, relying on others for help. Emily didn't know her willingness to learn wasn't just keeping her connected, it was maintaining key neural pathways that help her live longer. See, just a small ability Emily held on to made a huge difference. Want to improve this skill starting today? Pick one digital skill you've been avoiding or struggling with, like using an app, setting up online banking, or learning video chat, and spend just 10 minutes a day practicing, using online tutorials, or asking for help. The key is to approach tech with curiosity, not frustration. When you hit a roadblock, instead of thinking, "I'm too old for this," say, "I haven't learned this yet." This small mindset shift activates different neural pathways and makes learning easier. Don't underestimate how special this ability is. By age 70, over 60% of adults show major resistance to tech. If you're still willing to learn new digital skills, you're showing incredible cognitive flexibility. If this feels tough, start small today. Just 10 minutes of practice keeps your brain adaptable, connected, and biologically younger. If this tip helps, comment 7 below to let me know you're with me. See, these 7 abilities, standing up without your hands, walking while talking, balancing on one foot, remembering names and events, sleeping well, having balanced conversations, and adapting to tech, aren't just things to be proud of. They're powerful signs you're aging much slower than your peers. Do you worry that losing these abilities could take away your independence or shorten your life? If you can do even 3 or 4 of these easily, you've got amazing vitality for your age. And if some are tough for you, don't worry. The simple tips I've shared can help you improve starting today. Remember, these abilities aren't just handy skills. They're strong predictors of how long and how well you'll live in the years ahead. The exceptional folks who keep them into their 70s and 80s aren't just lucky. They're actively protecting their health, independence, and lifespan. Want to live longer, stay independent, and be full of energy? We've gone through the whole journey. Practice chair stands, walk while talking, balance on one foot, train your memory, improve your sleep, balance your conversations, and learn tech. Each step is easy but can add years to your life. You don't need to do it all at once. Just start with 1 or 2 tips, like balancing while brushing your teeth or trying a new app, and you'll make a big difference. Howard, Deborah, Gerald, and others proved you can age amazingly, and you can too. Want to join this exceptional group of aging? Now's the time to start. Your future self will thank you for choosing to take care of your health today. Did you find this video helpful? Comment below which of these 7 abilities you can still do. I'd love to know where you stand. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Turn on the bell so you don't miss our next video on simple daily exercises to boost these exact abilities. Share this with someone over 65 you care about. This info could totally change how they age and even add years to their life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.